Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a great morning of learning. This is going to be our math lesson for today, and we are going to start our new unit on coins, which I am so excited about. So we're going to be talking about money, coins, the value of money, how to add money, lots of different things. So today is just an introduction. We're going to be talking specifically about coins, what types there are, and what their values are. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go ahead and get started with our lesson. Alrighty, so there are four types of coins that we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to introduce those to you in the next few slides. But before we get to that, we do need to talk about what coins are and what we know about coins already. So here's some facts about coins that you need to know before learning about the types of them. The first thing is all coins have a front and a back. And I'm going to go ahead and pull one out here to show you. This is a dime, and I'm going to hold it up really close so you can see it. This is the front of the dime, and this is what we call a head. All right, so if I say look at the head of the coin, it's the front where you typically see a head or a face. All right, on the back of the coin, we call this the tail. All right, every single coin has a head and a tail. So it has a front and a back. And then the next thing you need to know is coins are all made of metal. All right, they're all made of different types of metal, and some of them have different colors, but they are all made of metal. And the very last thing is that coins are made at a mint. And no, I'm not talking about the kind that you chew on and the kind that you eat. I'm talking about a factory or a location where coins are made. And there are 6 of them in our country where the coins are made that we use every single day. And what's interesting about a coin is if you look at the face of a coin, you can see that there's a little part that has a letter. So this one, I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but right here by his head, there's a little tiny P, and that P stands for the mint that the coin was created in. So this one, since it says P, it was created in the Pennsylvania Mint. And then it also has the date beside it. This one was created in 1991 at the Pennsylvania Mint. Looking at this one, and I'm sorry, it's the Philadelphia Mint, not the Pennsylvania Mint. This one has a P as well, and it was made in 2016. Let's see, I'm trying to find a Denver one. Here you go. This one has a D on it, and that stands for Denver, so it's made in the Denver Mint. So you can always find out where the coin was made and when it was made just by looking at it. All right, I'm going to show you a video about how coins are made in a mint or the factory that they're made in. So we're going to scroll down, and if you'll just sit back and enjoy, here you go.
It all starts in Washington, D.C. Before a coin ever becomes a coin, it has to be voted on by Congress. All in favor, say cha-ching. If Congress thinks it's a good idea and the president approves it, a new coin is authorized for the United States Mint to make. Did you know there are 6 mint locations in the United States? This is an artist at the Mint. He draws pictures of what the coin will look like. If you had to make a coin, what would you put on it? The president? A dog? Maybe the president's dog. See how big we draw the coin? That's so we can sketch all the tiny details. Just think, if the Mint really made coins this big, we'd all have to get bigger pockets. Once we decide on the look of the coin, the sculptors at the Mint will either model the design in a computer or model it in clay. When the clay model is finished, we make a plaster cast of it and sharpen the details. Then we scan the plaster cast into a computer. This turns the model into computer data. Computer software uses the data to drive cutting tools. The cutter mills the coin designs onto blank hubs that will stamp dies. After that, all the dies are checked. Only the best dies are used to make coins. Then, the Mint feeds big rolls of metal into the side of the machine. Out of the other side, blank metal discs come pouring out. This machine cuts up the scrap. One roll roll of metal is as long as 5 football fields and can make up to 325,000 blanks. Now it's time to heat up the blanks to make them soft. Then they're cooled. Then they're given a bath. And finally, they're dried off. Look how clean and shiny they are, or what we like to call minty fresh. The blanks are sent to a machine called the upsetting mill. The upsetting mill raises the rim on both sides of the blank to prepare it for the coin press. Remember the dies we made earlier? They're now inside the coin press. This machine presses the die into the blank metal disc and makes a coin. The new coins are then checked for quality, counted, and put into a jumbo bag. Jumbo bag is then moved by forklift. Then taken to the Federal Reserve banks. From there, they will be sent to banks across the country. After that, you spend them on all sorts of stuff or save them for your very own coin collection. And that's it. Now you know how coins are made. To learn more about how...
All right, so this is a really neat website. This is actually the website for the Mint. So you can go on here and you can actually learn more about coins in the Mint. And there are also some games you can play, which is kind of cool. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and get to our presentation. So let me see if I can make it bigger. Here we go. All right, so the first coin we're gonna talk about today is the penny. And what do you notice about the penny? I want you to take a moment and just look at this picture. And if you have a penny around your home, you can take a moment, observe the penny, say out loud, what do you notice about it? What do you see? What can you tell? What can you feel? All right, I noticed that the penny is, it's fairly small, fairly light. It is a copper color or a brown color. On the front, we have Abraham Lincoln's head, and on the back, we have the Lincoln Memorial, which is where he is memorialized in Washington, D.C. The penny is worth 1 cent, so it is the smallest value of all of the coins, which means it just is the smallest amount that it's worth. 1 cent, and that is all. All right, the next coin we're going to talk about is the nickel. So take a moment and observe this picture of a nickel. If you have a nickel at home, you can get that out and take a look at it and tell me what you notice. Awesome. I noticed that the nickel has a picture of Thomas Jefferson on the front of it, which is a former president. And then I also noticed that on the back, it's Monticello, which is his home. So I noticed that this coin has Thomas Jefferson on it. It says, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," and then it has the date of when the coin was created. And then it says on the back, "United States of America." This coin is worth 5 cents. Oops, excuse me. It's worth 5 cents, and it is a little bit larger than the penny is. So to show you in comparison, I've got a penny here and a nickel here. So it is larger and it is worth more. It's also a little bit heavier, I noticed. The nickel is a silver color, so it's not that copper or brown color that we saw with the penny. It is silver. Okay, the next thing is the dime. So the next coin we're going to be looking at is a dime, and a dime is actually the smallest of all the coins, but it's worth 10 cents. All right, 10 cents. So if you take a moment, I want you to look at what you notice about the dime. If you have one, you can take it and look at it in front of you, or you can use my picture. I noticed that the dime is very small, it's light. I noticed that the dime has these rigid edges on it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but the edges are kind of more rigid. They're not smooth. I also noticed we have Roosevelt on the front of the coin. He was a president as well. And then on the back, we have an olive branch, which symbolizes peace. So very special coin, 10 cents is what it's worth. Okay, the last one we're going to talk about today is the quarter. So if you have a quarter at home, you can go ahead and get that out and take a look at it. If not, you can use my picture, but take a moment and tell me, what do you notice about the quarter? All right, I finally found mine in my coin collection here. So if you notice on the front, we have George Washington on the front of the quarter. He was our first president of the United States. And on the back, we have the eagle, but not all quarters have the eagle on the back. We have a lot of quarters that symbolize states. For example, this one is the one from Massachusetts. And then we have also special edition quarters as well. So the quarter is probably the most varied coin, which means it has the most different types of the coin. But the quarter is worth the most. It's worth 25 cents. And if you notice, they also have the rigid edges on the quarter. It's not smooth. All right. It's also that silver color. So to review, we've talked about 4 coins today. The first is the penny. It's worth 1 cent. The next is the nickel. It's worth 5 cents. The next is the dime, worth 10 cents. And the last is the quarter, worth 25 cents. Now, there are other coins as well that you might be familiar with. We have 50-cent piece, which I think I have one of them here. Here it is. And it is pretty large. It is gold. And then there are other coins as well that you might have at home, special edition coins, collector's items coins. There is a dollar coin, so it's a golden dollar is what they call it. There's lots of other coins as well. So definitely check out the coins you have at home. And then once you are done checking those out, I'm gonna have you go to your Seesaw account, and I'm gonna show you what this looks like. And on your Seesaw account, there is an assignment that you're going to do for math today. You click on the assignment. It says Math for 14, and that stands for April 14th, the date, and it's called Identifying Coins. You can watch the video and you can learn how to do this assignment. Please remember, there are 2 pages to this assignment. So if I click here, this is the first page with the directions. This is the second page with the directions. You need to complete both pages. All right, good luck learning today, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.